Welcome to BS with Tommy and Wes.
Good morning, you beautiful, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode with BS with Tommy and Wes, and a happy new year. It's been a while since we talked to you guys. It's been a whole year since then.
It has been.
Welcome, Wesley Crane, my heterosexual life mate. How are you doing?
Fucking tired, Tommy.
Yeah.
You got my ass beat.
Yeah, well, if it makes you feel better, so did I. So we are currently recording this. We have a car podcast for you today. Carcast, right? We are on the road, headed back to Oklahoma. I think we're actually already back in Oklahoma. We are headed back home from Texas, the Dallas area.
Yes.
We had Metroplex Wrestling tonight.
Yes, sir.
Probably our final Metroplex Wrestling booking for quite some time.
Yeah, for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I don't mind saying that out loud. We don't have any bookings for a while. So, I'll be eagerly waiting for the invite to come back down to the DFW area, because it's always a fun time down here, especially these last few months.
Yes.
These last few months have been amazing.
It's been a blast.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
Tonight, you and I went down here, and we were in tag team matches, but we weren't a tag team, though.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Very, very weird. You teamed with Tatum Manning.
Yeah.
How was that?
I don't like Tatum Manning. Sorry. I just don't.
Here at the Addicts liked him. Y'all still got beef.
I still got beef. Last time I was in the ring with Tatum, he stood in my way of getting to Dave, who you wrestled tonight.
Who I wrestled tonight for the first time in 4 years.
He's a dick.
Since I met him. Yeah, he's a bald dick. Who's that dude from Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park movie? Dude with the glasses?
Oh,
That's who he looks like.
a dick.
Like a dick. He looks like a dick. No, that was fun though. I've known Dave for 4 years now. I met him shortly after he first started working.
Yeah.
It's probably actually about 5 years ago now, over 5 years ago since I made my debut for Metroplex Wrestling. I always forget that I wrestled and that I disappeared after my first match for like a year and a half before I ever went back. I always forget about that. Remember, I wrestled Dimitri
Yeah.
when he was a zombie.
Yeah. So wrestled zombie.
Yeah. You were still fresh down there too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I was literally fresh, but I wasn't like...
You were regular.
Yeah.
Probably still in like maybe your first year or two there.
Yes.
I was very regular. It was what Dave was first starting to wrestle.
Yeah, he was Cardigan Dave.
Cardigan Dave. Jacked Dave. Like mini jacked.
Yeah.
Dave now is jacked.
Dave now is Jack.
This is back in the day when he was like hockey player jacked.
Right.
Fat belly, but still had abs.
Right. Super weird. It was a very interesting
Yeah.
time.
It's so crazy because when I first started going to Metroplex Wrestling, I had no idea that these guys like Ryan Remington, Tommy Becker, Dave Sagan, Jackson Stone had just started.
Yeah.
And I had already, doing this for about 3 years.
Jackson had been going for a minute.
Okay.
Jackson had been there for a while.
Okay.
But Becker, Remington, and Dave were all fairly new.
Okay. I'm going to slow down a little bit here because this fog is kind of crazy.
It's dense.
I can't see more than about 20 yards in front of me.
Let me paint a picture. If you've ever seen Stephen King's The Mist, that's pretty much what we're trying to drive it through right now at night. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
we went and saw a movie recently on Christmas Day.
On Christmas. We saw it on Christmas Day.
Yes. We saw that movie on Christmas Day. The movie we're talking about, of course, is Nosferatu. It was fucking good.
An origin story about Dracula. This is before Dracula was known as Dracula. He was known as Nosferatu. And we watched this movie. I'm not sure what exactly I was expecting,
But it wasn't this happy.
it wasn't what I got. And I mean that in the best way possible.
Right. Like I said, it was fucking good.
Yeah, very, very good. Star-studded cast, acting top to bottom. I think like the best way I was able to describe the movie is it wasn't scary, but it was thumping on my anxiety the whole time.
Yes.
And I was always like invested in what was going on at every moment on screen.
It was like watching an opera without the opera.
Yes. Like it was like a Shakespeare play with a budget.
Yeah.
Come to life with a CGI budget. It wasn't even CGI based mostly. Maybe there was a little bit, but I don't know. We have Bill Skarsgård playing Nosferatu himself. Phenomenal. I have no idea it's Bill Skarsgård. If you didn't know, you have zero fucking clue.
You know what? You know what I couldn't shake from my mind the whole time we were watching it. I couldn't shake that. That Count Orlok also kind of looks like Libby Kilmister from Motorhead. Because they gave him the big bushy mustache.
It was so weird. It was so weird. But I liked it. I liked it, dude. I liked the way he looked in this movie.
I really, really dug it.
Also, William Dafoe in this movie.
Yes.
The movie was worth watching alone just for William Dafoe.
Yes. I would agree.
I love William Dafoe. That man is in his 70s right now and killing it. Killing everything he does. It's awesome. Everybody in this movie was doing the most. They were acting their asses off.
Yes. Absolutely. It was funny because I'm gonna spoil something.
Okay.
But it's nothing majorly plot. Like, it's not a plot. Yeah, it's not a plot thing, but spoiler warning. I would say that this movie is highly sexual in nature. And not for anything sexual. You get a lot of orgasms. But then only one of them is from sex.
Yeah. Weirdly enough.
Like, it's a highly sexual in nature film. But there's not a lot of sex going on.
Yeah. Definitely not a movie you would take your kids to see.
No.
Even
that newborn baby.
There was legitimately a newborn baby 2 rows in front of us. I couldn't believe it. Who on Christmas Day?
Who brings a newborn baby to see a movie like that?
We saw Nosferatu's dong and everything.
Yeah.
Man. Holy crap. But we've got plenty of stuff to talk about today.
Yes.
On the list today, we've got our polls. Yeah, the polls are in.
Yeah, the polls are in.
Or the BS with Tommy and Wes
year-end
awards. Yes. We've also assembled our top 25 wrestlers of the year.
We tried to get 50.
We couldn't even think of 50 names.
Could not think of 50 names.
We could probably think about 50 names if we sat down and really tried to just think of 50 wrestlers. But when you get to the point where you're just trying to think of names, do they really deserve to be on like a top whatever list?
Exactly.
No offense if you're not on this list.
Exactly. So, okay. I think we can run through our year-end poll.
Okay.
We'll run through our top 25.
Okay.
I know we have a couple honorable mentions.
Yeah.
After that, I think we can talk about how our Christmas went.
Talk about how our Christmas went?
Yeah.
You had something else you wanted to talk about.
Oh, the fact that I've been pretty much ignoring everything in existence and binge watching a TV show.
Yeah. Hit on that real quick. What are you watching right now,
I'm currently binge watching The 100.
Fantastic show.
It is not the first time I've done this. This is probably the second or third time I've seen this series.
Man, that's so crazy because I started watching that show. I love that show. When somebody asks me what's your favorite show ever, that's the show I say, and I haven't finished it.
It's so good. I have finished it. It's one of the... Okay. I'm not going to spoil this.
Okay.
I will say, though, when you get to the last episode, the season 7, there are only 7 seasons. When you get to the last episode of season 7 and everything starts to click, you have that moment where you go,
motherfucker, I really need to watch season 7 again. I never finished season 7, but I want to go back and restart it and finish it. I've been watching this show since season 4 finished airing, basically.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the first 3 seasons on Netflix, and as soon as I finished season 3, season 4 had finished airing on television. It was put on Netflix like a week later.
Yeah.
And I had binge watched season 4. And then it was at that moment where I'm like, okay, I have to wait for the next season now. This fucking sucks. And I did that. So season 5 and 6, the day those were put on Netflix, I finished watching those shows. But for some reason, season 7, and I've done this with a few shows. I did this for Ruby for a long time, an anime that I like. And I've also done it with Blind Spot, another awesome show that when I got to the last season, I refused to finish. I don't know what the deal is, but I need to finish these shows.
Like edging. Are you edging yourself with fucking movies and TV shows?
Basically, dude. Basically. I want to do it eventually. Right now, though, the thing I've been watching recently, especially since my mother reactivated her Paramount Plus account, I have been balls deep in Survivor.
My mother-in-law's been putting that on at night. Like, we went through a phase where she would put on Judge Judy. Then we went through a phase where she'd put on American Ninja Warrior. And for the past, I would say, 2 months, it's been Survivor.
Oh man, I got some funny American Ninja Warrior stories. I'll save those for another time because we've got a lot of stuff we need to talk about today.
For sure.
But yeah, I'm currently watching Survivor. I watched the first 2 seasons and then I watched the very last season just to see how different they were. And it's vastly different. But now I'm currently on. I went back after I watched like season 46. I think there's 47 seasons now. I'm pretty sure.
There's a fuck ton of seasons.
I'm currently on season 9, so I'm making my way through it. I also recently watched Squid Game, the newest season of Squid Game.
I'm so excited to watch.
An awesome show, dude. So damn good.
You didn't spoil anything for me. The only thing you told me was that like it's not, whereas season 1, like they had an episode per game, and then some sprinkled in that weren't.
Yeah.
This one, it's almost like you don't even get through the games. Right. You don't get through the games, and it's only halfway through the competition before the season ends.
Yes. This isn't a spoiler because it's in the trailer. The main character from season 1 goes back into the games. She's the first ever repeat. But the season ends halfway through the games, which is crazy. And then they announced that season 3 will be out next year, 2025. This year. We're recording this a few days before, so we're still technically not 2025 for us yet. But it will be out this year, 2025, the final season. So I am ready for it.
I'm heavily looking forward to watching season 2, and I'm already anticipating season 3. I like when a show does that and they leave you on that cliffhanger. I think that's why I've been watching The 100 and loving it again, because every episode you end on a cliffhanger.
Oh man.
Until the very last.
That show is so good. I want to restart the whole show. The more that I keep thinking about it, I want to restart the whole show.
I just finished
Loot all myself.
Bro, I just finished season 5.
Okay.
And we talked a little bit about this earlier, before the podcast, but season 5 is my least favorite season.
Okay.
There are a couple elements of it that I love. One of which being Octavia. Octavia in season 5 is a straight up savage.
Yeah.
And I love it. I also love Bellamy. I love Bellamy throughout the entire series, but when he comes back in season 5, like he's got the facial hair, he's more matured. There's just something about him. And I've always loved Clark.
Oh yeah. Clark. We was talking about this earlier on the Right to MPX. Yeah, like typically when you watch a show, no one's favorite character is ever the main character. Nobody's like somebody. Clark is awesome.
Yes.
Clark is probably the closest to like main character that I love. Like I've watched a lot of different shows where like the main character is usually the most annoying.
Right.
Like you ever watch like the Scream TV series, for example?
Yes.
Like you could bet money on every time you can expect her to do a pouty walk off run. I don't know. Yeah. Like the main character is not like you're least invested in. I've watched all of the Vampire Diaries. Elena is very low on my list of the characters that I enjoy the most. Yes, I watched Vampire Diaries, and yes, I'll still kick your ass too if you're listening to this and judging me. But we could spend a whole episode talking about TV shows.
We really could.
We got some polls to get through.
We do.
Yes.
Starting off with our promotion of the year.
Promotion of the year. Do you have all the things that were nominated, or do you just have the winners?
I just have the winners.
I believe there was about 6 promotions of.
If you want to know all of the promotions, and if you want to know any and all of the selections for all of these categories, go back and listen to episode 5. It's a long one. It's 2 hours long, but we detail everything. You get to hear our vantage points. You get to hear our votes for these things. You get to hear why we voted for these things. Go back, listen to episode 5. It's fucking awesome.
To hear why we decided to do this all in the first place.
Exactly. It's origin story.
Yes.
All right. So we're starting off with promotion of the year. and the winner is wrestling for a cause.
To no one's surprise.
To no one's surprise.
They are just doing the most right now. They're doing big things. They get 6 shows. The Extrava Slams us.
Yeah.
They're constantly growing bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Event of the year.
Event of the year. This is a close one.
This was a close.
This came down to 1 vote.
Yeah.
As several of these did.
Yes.
There was 5 categories that were tied until the last vote was submitted.
Yes.
So, event of the year. It came down to Extrava Slams at 3. A show with a bunch of names. Chris Babe, Mr. Anderson, Heath Slater, Godfather, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
There were so many names on that.
And it was defeated by the Spaded and Jaded Summer Bazaar. Personal votes.
Yeah.
Love that show.
It was such a good show.
Such a good show. Names on it either.
No names. It was all local talent.
All local.
And it was a great show, top to bottom.
Top to bottom. Awesome show.
Next, we have the moment of the year.
Moment of the year.
And taking the cake with that was Riley Grin turning on you, Tommy Dean, to join history in the making.
And win the Ryder Cup while doing so.
And win the Ryder Cup. Yeah. Wild.
Congratulations, Riley Grin. We'll send you a poop keychain.
Yes. You get poop. You get poop. Next, we have the entrance of the year. This one was 0 fucking contests. Like, you annihilated them all. It was your entrance at WFC's Slamsapalooza. This is the one where you had the live band.
Okay. See, yeah, so it's not hard to stand out to do something for your entrance because nobody does stuff like that here.
No.
So this was a category where basically if you did anything for your entrance, you were probably going to get nominated.
Yeah.
So, but I had never seen anybody do the stuff that you see on TV.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think I've seen one person try to bring out a rapper before.
Yeah.
Before I did that, and it was not good. So, to be fair, I brought out a rapper too, and it wasn't good. But that wasn't because it was his fault. It's because I was given a microphone, or he was given a bad microphone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really, really wanted to do something special to this. This was the culmination of the story of Tommy Dean and Alex Royal.
Yeah.
The last match ever for the Hometown Heroes Championship. Last time we'll ever wrestle each other one-on-one, probably ever, period. And yeah, I really wanted to make a moment out of it. And I just thought, like, what's the best thing that people do? Like, usually, like, and I know you're typically not a fan of when people do, like, musical entrances.
It has to be done right. Like, in my opinion, Motorhead doing the game at WrestleMania, fucking awesome.
Right.
Motionless in White doing Aria's thing, I wasn't a big fan of. And
Now, that's where we defer because I really loved it.
and I'll be honest, I believe that the reason I wasn't a big fan of it was because I don't think it was mixed right.
Okay.
Whoever was doing the mixing on that did not mix it correctly.
Yeah, but no, there was a lot of effort put into this, and it was terrifying.
Yeah.
Because when they showed up the day of the show, and it was like, we didn't get this all right until our last, like, practice section. I was like, oh my god, this could go so wrong, and it didn't.
No,
He went beautifully. It was awesome.
they killed it. You killed it. It was a phenomenal entrance, top to bottom.
All right.
Next, we have promo of the year.
Stop blazing me, bro.
This one was also a crazy close one, surprisingly. However, the winner of promo of the year goes to Seth the Pimp and Mr. Nasty with Gen Z vocab.
I won't say who the runner-up was, but I was telling you, if Gen Z vocab did not win, I was gonna veto. Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Because that there was no promo better than that. And that was the best thing.
And when I linked it in episode 5, I had people clicking on that link being like, that was the funniest shit. Yeah, that was so funny.
Yeah.
Seth and Nasty doing fantastic work. Next, we have match of the year.
Match of the hour.
All right. Part of this, right? The part of the reason we did this was because before Oklafan had come out with theirs, you and I both were just like, $20 says we're not on match of the year.
Yep.
$100 says we're not even up for feud of the year.
Yep. Correct.
However, in our poll, other people voted too. I want to put that out there. Other people did vote.
About 9 other people, I think, voted.
And we cleaned the fucking house.
No other votes?
No other votes.
See? It's just
Wesley Crane versus Tommy Dean, the WFC Anniversary 13.
Let's go.
We fucking slaughtered.
We slaughtered it. And we sent this poll, if you go back and listen to that episode, to a variety of different types of people.
Yeah.
We sent it to wrestlers.
Yep.
We sent it to fans.
Sure.
We sent it to production workers.
Yeah.
We sent it to ring announcers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So we sent this to a lot of different people who play different roles in this type of business, who see things from different perspectives.
Yeah.
And every single perspective, whether you were a fan, whether you were a wrestler, an announcer, a commentator, commentators, and everybody thought we had match of the year.
I know us, sure.
Fucking Claysby, bro, because we deserved it.
Listen, I made sure when I sent that out, by the way, I was like, I need your, like, the most unbiased opinion.
Right.
And to boot, I did add an other button to that poll where if there was something not on the list for whatever category it was, they could add their own.
Right.
Like, I gave this complete freedom. And we cleaned house.
As we fucking should have.
Which brings us to Feud of the Year.
Hey, right?
Where we also cleaned fucking house.
God, dude, that I was more offended about that not being on Oakland fans than I was about our match, because we feuded for 13 months.
And it was consistent.
Consistent. 3 separate matches, multiple promos, hype videos, the best production stuff. It didn't get better.
Now, I know that in episode 5, we talked about how there was like a little 3-month excursion where you were doing something and I was doing something. However, I want to point out that even during those 3 months, during your and Alex's whole thing, during my stuff, there were points where I was out there.
Yeah.
Antagonizing you.
Yeah.
There were points where like you were stopping me from doing shit. It's not that we just went separate ways. We incorporated our story within mini stories.
Yes.
So we feuded consistently
For over a year.
and we weren't even included
Insane.
in it. It was wild.
Insane.
However, again, after all of the various people we sent this to, no other votes. Just me and you.
Good.
Wild.
As it should be.
As it should be.
All right, now we can stop glazing each other.
Yep, we can stop glazing each other. I'm a little too glazed right now. But that brings us to Tag Team of the Year. Congratulations to Diamond Duke and Jack Davenport. Iron Mountain. Fucking awesome.
I'm top of the mountain, baby. This is Spaceman.
Solid work, top to bottom.
Oh, yeah. Jack Davenport, Diamond Duke.
Yeah. I can't say enough great things about this, guys.
Awesome dudes. Good workers. They were consistent. That was what it came down to, was they were just consistently
Consistently good.
Yeah. Throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
Constant feuding, always involved.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next, we have Voice of the Year. This is pretty much, if you announced a show, you're on this list. And the winner goes to Tuck Davian.
Tuck Davian, the guy in the bow tie.
Congratulations, Tuck.
The voice of WFC.
Yes.
Congratulations.
The year. Next, we have Manager of the Year.
Okay.
And the winner for Manager of the Year goes to
Another close one.
Zach Royal.
Zach Royal, congratulations. I made a joke when this was announced that technically he should have been the worst manager. He turned on the guy he was managing.
Yeah.
Smacked Alex Royal in the head with a cage door.
Yeah.
Cost him the prime title. Well, everything he did beforehand just was enough. It was enough to make up.
If I had a dime for every time I smacked my sister in the face with a cage door, I'd be pretty fucking broke, actually. Yeah, I did smack her with a baseball bat.
I have a nickel.
Yeah, I smacked her in the face with a baseball bat one time, but there you go. Not a cage door.
Congratulations to Zach Royal.
Yes. We are at the last 3 categories, which let's go with Most Loved Wrestler.
Ooh, this has got to be a bit of a blowout, if you ask me.
A bit.
A bit of a blowout?
No, a bit of a blowout is an understatement.
I think every time this person's name was brought up, whoever won this category, it was probably a blowout.
Yeah. So congratulations to Cappuccino Joe.
Cappuccino Joe's.
Our
People love them some cold brew. Yes. Yes. It was a spoiler warning. This won't be the last time we're talking about Cappuccino Jones either.
No, it won't be. Most hated wrestler. This was another close one. This was close. But the winning spot for most hated wrestler goes to Merc.
Consistently making the people hate him.
Consistently being the best dick.
And putting in good work as well.
And putting in great
work. Good matches, good work.
Yeah.
Being a great heel.
Who doesn't love a good dick?
Oh, I love a good dick. I love dick. Good. Wait, never mind.
But the category that everybody's waiting for, the one that everybody looks forward to, the wrestler of the year. This is the faces, heels, manager. Like if you're a wrestler, you're in the list.
Yeah.
You're in the running for this. Again, a straight up massacre.
You and I voted for somebody who did not win too.
Yeah.
We voted for somebody else, and it was still not even close. So once again, congratulations, Cappuccino Jones,
with an overwhelming 60% vote.
Yeah, and you and I, we voted for Riley Gritton.
Yeah,
together we voted for it. We thought he had just done the most, that had the most success out of the year, but the fans have spoken.
I'll pull back
Cappuccino Jones.
I'll pull it back a little bit, and I'll say this. This is how the order went. With a 60% vote, you had Cappuccino Jones. Then you had 25% you,
which is even crazier.
And then you had our votes for Riley.
Jesus.
It was wild. But yeah, that is our year-end poll for BS with Tommy and Wes. Again, if you want to hear everything that was nominated, go listen to episode 5. It's a long one, but it's worth it. It is a solid episode.
Congratulations to all of those winners. I will be ordering keychains with poop emojis on them and probably engraving BS into them. And then I'll probably, stick a little pube hair in there too, just so you guys always have a little something from the show. I won't do that. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways,
I'll doodle on a card for you.
I'll stick it in my mouth and swish it around a little bit.
I'll doodle on a card and
I'll glaze it up real nice.
You'll all get a custom doodle.
Custom doodle. Congratulations to those guys though. All right.
Fucking awesome, solid work. However,
now it's time.
Yeah,
it's time.
And again,
we want to know. We have the people have questions and we've got motherfucking answers.
We tried to come up with 50, but again, at one point we were having trouble just thinking of names. And at that point, what's the point of having them on a list?
Yeah.
If you're not on this list, we apologize. We're not trying to offend anybody.
I think we thought of about maybe almost 40 people.
Yeah. We
decided to go with a top 5.
We decided to go with the top 25. There are a few runner-ups after that.
But we definitely want to mention.
Right.
We want to give a special shout out. But we have the honorable mentions of 26 through 30.
Yeah.
And then we've got a couple special shout outs we want to give.
For sure.
Specifically.
So.
To one, Seth the Pimp, before we get started.
Yes.
Sorry, Seth, you're not on this list. I know you listen.
So
I love you so much, buddy.
Seth, phenomenal work, top to bottom. Absolutely love everything Seth's done over the last year with his whole pimp persona, his pimp journey.
Yes.
So
spoiler, you're not on this list though.
However, how are we grading this? Our criteria.
Yeah, we had criteria. Criteria? That's a stripper name somewhere. Clit. Yeah, that's an even better stripper name. We have some criteria.
Yeah.
We have 5 different things.
Yeah, I would say so.
In-ring ability. How good can you work?
Yes.
How good do you look?
Yes.
Do you look like a fucking pro wrestler? Or do you look like Billy Bob in the Walmart section?
And this doesn't just go for gear. This goes for your physical appearance.
Physical appearance and gear, yes.
It's a total package.
How successful were you?
Yes.
Where you sit here eating losses left to right like you were me in Texas? How much of a presence do you have in Oklahoma?
And I would even argue outside of Oklahoma.
No, that was the 5th one.
Yeah.
Do you have a presence outside of Oklahoma while maintaining that presence inside of Oklahoma?
Yes.
Because there are some guys who didn't make the top 25 who are probably better than 20 of the top 25 on this list.
Yeah.
But they don't have a big enough presence in this state to be warranted to be on here. They have a great presence outside of the state, but if you can have a presence outside of the state while maintaining a presence inside of the state, that's extra special.
Yeah.
So there are going to be some guys on this list that might sound like they're a little low. Like, I'm going to spoil right now, Luke Langley is not number one, but if you ask me who the best wrestler in that wrestler in the state is, it's probably Luke Langley.
Yeah.
So, but he's not number one on this list.
He's not even in top 10.
Not even top 10, Well, we'll get there.
Yep.
We can do, we won't go into full details, but we can give a little brief thing of why we put so-and-so wherever they are.
Sure.
So, should we just start it? Let's start at number one.
Yeah.
Instead of building all the way to because once we get to the final five, everybody's going to know who's going to be on this list.
For sure.
So I want to keep the people waiting to see if they're going to hear their name. I'm itching to see if are they going to say my name? Did I make the top 25? I don't know. It's getting too close. So let's just start with number one because it's probably going to be the most obvious.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Cappuccino Jones.
Yep.
Cappuccino Jones is the number one wrestler of the year, not only voted by the committee, but ranked by you and I. Yeah, our top 25 wrestlers of the year.
Yes.
Because in this one, we were able to take more into account than what we did for the polls.
For sure.
The polls was Drake Lee success in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
This had a little bit more broad to it.
Yeah. And I would say that Cappuccino, being a WWE ID prospect, helped him
Of course.
to that number one spot.
Of course. It was not a blowout.
Sure. No.
There was one other individual right behind him.
Yes. And he comes in at number 2.
And it was Riley Grin.
Yeah.
Riley Grin started off the year with a Hometown Heroes Championship shot. Didn't go his way, but he created his own little presence. He challenged for many titles this year.
Uh-huh.
He entered the tournament. Was the tournament for the TIW title this year?
Tournament for the title was for the TIW title.
Yeah, so it was that was this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in that tournament. He was getting a lot of opportunities early on. Took him a while to get going.
Yep.
Turned on me to win the Ryder Cup. Won the Hometown Heroes Championship. Had a lot of success. Started to build a presence outside of Oklahoma.
Yes.
It's not quite there yet, but he's starting. And he's one of the top guys now.
Yeah.
He's one of the top guys. Gotta admit it. And he's active. And he's wrestling everywhere.
Yes.
So shout out to Riley Grin.
Yeah. Dude's killing it. So at number 3, I just want to point out, I did not put myself in number 3.
I did. I'll take the blame.
Tommy, you named me for number 3.
I named you for number 3 because you had a strong year. You came into the year, challenged for a championship. You were consistent throughout the whole year. You won the TIW title, the inaugural championship. You won the tournament. You beat Drake in the finals. You're the first ever TIW championship champion. Yeah, you held on to that title. You defended it against monsters.
Yeah.
Before you were inevitably decimated at the end of a match after you on the war already.
Bullshit.
It was bullshit. You managed to take the title away from me on my son's birthday.
Sorry.
Hell, you got it's okay. And you held on to that title for quite some time. You defended it against the likes of Wrangler Reds.
Yep.
And Eddie Levon.
Yep. Hey, damn. That means I've beaten Eddie Levon twice now.
Yeah, suck it. Suck it, Eddie.
Not only for the HCH title, but in our dodgeball game.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. We forgot about that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that after this. You held on to that for a while. You made it more interesting. And then it culminated in a match of the year against me.
Yep.
And, since then, you'd have kind of fuck all. But
yeah.
No, that all jokes aside, you and I went to Texas. We became some tag team champions.
Damn right.
Reminded the DFW area that we are him collectively.
We fuck.
We fuck. Honestly, we fuck. We fuck. Yeah. So, also, great look, great skill set, great mic work. You've done everything that's on this list, bud.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
But that brings us to number 4. Someone who also kind of fits all of that criteria. Alex Royal.
Alex Royal. I think the only thing Alex does not fit on this list is a presence outside of this state.
Yep.
And that is simply by his own choice.
Yes.
He could totally go anywhere.
Yeah.
So, best on the mic, arguably, nobody better than him.
Yeah.
Constantly, you could put you in the ring with anybody, and he's going to turn it into a captivating story and make a big moment at the end of it.
Yes.
Like anybody. You name a wrestler, you put him in a story with Alex Royal, and it's going to culminate in a big match moment.
For sure.
He is just that kind of star when it comes to Oklahoma wrestling.
I would agree.
Also, walked into the year with the Hometown Heroes Championship, lost it to me, but then also was able to capture the Prime title.
Yeah.
Being the first person to hold every championship in WFC.
Yep.
Congratulations, Oswald.
Fucking awesome. Number 5, halfway point for the top 10. We've got Merc.
We've got Merc, like we said, most hated wrestler of the year. He started off the year winning the core championship, lost it in May, but won it back 5 minutes later, and he's defended it at places like This Is Wrestling against some pretty top talent. So, not too much explanation needed there. Shout out Merc for making the top 5.
I've known Merc for several years, like from well before.
And some of these guys, like aside from maybe number 1 and number 2, this top 10 could be mixed up in almost any way.
Absolutely.
3 through 8 could be interchanged anywhere.
Absolutely anywhere.
Yeah.
I've known Merc for a while now.
Yeah.
Well before he was Merc. And I can honestly say this is some of my favorite work that he's ever put out. The dude is a banger everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
But at number 6, we have Riker. The drown god, the cutthroat king, Riker.
Had a little bit of the struggle at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say that when he doesn't show up, there's an aura about him.
Yes.
So no matter what type of version you see of him, when he shows up, he takes up space. And I'm not just talking about because of his size.
No. Like his entire personality takes up space.
Yeah.
You can't help but look at her when he walks.
He's toppled at just about everybody he's been in the ring with this year.
Yeah.
And then he beat you for the This Is Wrestling Championship.
In very, very much.
And he's defended it against top guys.
Yes.
Mr. Nasty, Sam Stackhouse, Luke Langley. Dude, he's got a fire lit under his ass now.
And it's fucking awesome.
And I've recently got to experience that fire.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. And I'm going to again this Saturday.
Yeah.
So shout out to that guy.
Listen, they said that you can't pile driver Riley. They said nothing about Riker.
Riker could pile drive Riley. All right. Shout out to Riker.
Can you pile drive Riker?
I think I could pile drive Riker. If I can log my hands around his waist, I can pile drive him.
For sure.
Oh, 100%, dude. I've picked up Michael Schaefer for a straight jacket.
I can fuck up Riker. I got this. Riker. Yeah, absolutely. So number 7, I decided to put you at number 7 because I felt we were getting dangerously close to 10 and there was no way you're not on the top 10 list after everything you've done this year.
Oh, I ain't done that much.
You've done everything I've done.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. 2-time Hometown Heroes champion, sure. I challenged for the 918 title.
Yep.
I got to wrestle Chris Bay.
Yep.
Had a dream match.
Yep.
So
you had a
banger, a lot of fun.
Got a banger fucking entrance.
Banger entrance.
Like, there was so much you did this year. If you weren't on a top 10, I would feel almost some type of way.
I'm going to glaze up myself here for a second. I think I consistently had the best matches of the year.
I would agree.
I think 95% of shows I'm on, I had the best match.
I would agree.
And I'm not saying that because I'm full of myself, although I probably also am, but I think I'm that caliber of worker. Some other categories I might fall off though. Like, I'm not as good of a talker as some of these other guys in the top 10. I don't have the star power necessarily that someone like you has. The aura that you bring around where people just want to love you no matter what you do.
Listen, I'll tell you exactly how to do it.
Yeah?
You walk in, it's going to look like this. You're going to walk in, there's going to be a massive table there.
Okay.
All you got to do is whip your dick out and just go. And that's it.
Sir, I tried that for several months on my OnlyFans.
Oh.
I don't even have it anymore. Just delete it. It didn't work. It worked. You made good money for about 3 months though.
Have you tried Pilates? Like,
you know what? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's where it's at. Maybe that's where I'll find my next color.
fucking
All right.
a lot.
Tommy, number 7 though. 7.
Yep.
7. I have 3 lucky numbers.
32.
32,
Okay.
15,
Uh-huh.
and 7.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm happy with it.
You happy with number
I'm
7?
happy with number 7.
Awesome. Because at number 8, we got Derek James.
Derek James, defiant.
Derek James. Defiant.
WFC Tag Team Champion for a good portion of the year.
Oh.
Consistently in the title picture.
Yep.
Even when he wasn't champion.
Yep.
Really good worker. And between him and his tag team partner, I believe he had more singles matches.
Yeah.
And in those singles matches, he was wrestling more top guys.
He was wrestling top tier guys.
Yeah. So it was hard not to. Also, retired STF.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Like,
he was the one in the ring to make the count.
Yeah.
When it happened as well. So bit of a dark horse to make the top 10. Probably someone no one really expected.
Probably. Yeah. And you mentioned his partner, and we will get to Kate very soon.
And the thing about Derek too is you and I, we've known Derek since he started.
Yeah.
And they've always said there is nobody that spends more time in a professional wrestling ring off the screen than Derek James.
Yeah.
So
Which is, I mean, if you've never seen Derek work, then you'll never see that. But if you watch Derek work, if you watch his footwork, if you watch his technicality, it's very obvious.
Anytime I watch Derek James, I know I'm watching somebody who's working his ass off.
Yeah.
That is the biggest takeaway more than anything.
I've known Derek since he was a kid.
Yeah.
A legitimate child.
Like, and Derek has struggled in many categories, but he's always worked his ass off.
Yeah.
It's never, ever been able to question his work ethic.
Yeah.
And I think that definitely has helped him over the years become better and better and better.
Absolutely. But that brings us to our number 10. Our number 10 is Tim Rockwell.
A villain.
Now, we put Tim on here for a few different reasons.
Let's do you.
One of which being, he was the WFC Heavyweight Championship, 3 different times this year?
Yes.
He consistently goes out there and gets booed.
Yes. Finds a way to win. Yeah.
The dude is resourceful.
Yep. That reminds me, I want to give a special shout out to somebody who's also not on this list who probably easily could have been.
Okay.
I want to give a special shout out to Thrash. He was also in that heavyweight title picture for a good portion at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, something happened. He's had to walk away for a bit. Shout out to Thrash. Love that guy. Not on this list though. But hopefully we'll see if he gets sued.
Yeah.
But for now, short to Tim Rockwell. Chased him out. Yep. Chased him out. Got rid of him.
Yep.
So I think that deserves a spot.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Tim Rockwell for making the number 10 spot of the top 10 of our top 24.
Oh, yeah, 15 more to go.
We have 15 more to go.
We got to speed through some of these.
I was like, I don't think that we're going to take a second to really talk about a whole lot of these, but I do want to talk about one person. This is number 11, and it's only because we just mentioned him shortly before, and that is Kate Fight.
Kate fucking Fight.
So Kate Fight coming in at number 11. There's only one person between him and his partner Derek James,
right?
And where was your mind when putting Kate at number 11?
Derek had better competition in sequence matches.
Okay.
As I also, like I said, I think Derek is. It's, I don't know. It's weird. I can see Derek wrestling singles. I can never see Cade wrestling singles. He did have some singles matches, and he had some singles success too.
Yeah.
First ever NOP champion.
Yeah. Who could forget that?
Yeah. Beat Dan Weber. Went on to defend that title.
Crazy.
It eventually lost it to Zach Royal.
Yes.
And I think that's where it comes down. Zach Royal, spoilers, not on this list.
No.
Not on this list. Shout out to Zach. Manager of the year.
Yeah.
Not on this list, though. To whereas someone like Derek James was out here wrestling guys like Blue Bling.
Right.
For like 12 to 15-minute matches with some of the best.
Yes.
Wrestled Need as well.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Crazy.
Challenge for the Hometown Heroes against me and another match. So I think it's just a mere step up in competition. He also wrestled JD this year.
Yeah.
So,
Wild.
anytime he wasn't in a tag team match, he was taking on big competition. I think that's why I had Derek above Cade.
It makes all the sense, in my opinion.
But, same as Derek, a lot of success in the tag team division.
A lot of success.
Also, was the other half of that team that retired STF.
Yes.
That deserves something.
Yeah, absolutely.
STF, the most decorated tag team in Oklahoma wrestling history, probably.
Yeah.
So, definitely deserves something.
So going forward, I'm not going to take a second to talk about the rest of these.
I might take a second to talk about a couple, but nothing super long.
Right. So at number 11, we have Cade Fight. At number 12, we have Johnny Dynamite.
Johnny Dynamite,
At number 13, we have Johnny Lightning.
only rights put them together.
Yes.
Only right.
But at number 14, we take a little pivot
Oh,
because we can't forget Skylar Slice.
Skylar fucking Slice, who honestly could have been higher up on this list.
Could have been
Very much could have been higher on this list. The only thing I think that's holding her back is she hasn't wrestled since May.
Yep.
She is pregnant. So, congratulations and shout out to her for that.
Congrats.
She's also currently the core women's champion.
Fucking crazy.
She held that title too. I believe she won it back in January. Has held it since then.
Anytime Skylar's in the ring, you know you're going to get something fucking awesome.
Correct.
She is a beast of a worker, and inside and out of that ring.
Mm-hmm.
Like truly can't say enough nice things about.
So Skylar Slice.
Next at number 15, we have Dutch Hagen.
Dutch Hagen. Dirty Dutch. Started off the year as the WFC champion, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I do or not, but I'm pretty sure I'm remembering that right. Disappeared for a little bit, but then came back to put a stop to Iron Mountain, who was our tag team of the year.
Yep.
To put a stop to their momentum, and culminated in a beautiful retirement send-off.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so shout out to Dirty Dutch.
At number 16, we have part of Iron Mountain, Jack Davenport.
Jack Davenport, a little bit higher on this list than his partner.
Yep.
Specifically because he just now won the WFC Prime Championship.
Yes. Yeah. Next, we have Luke Langley.
Yeah, again, if we're talking who bell to bell is number one, it's Luke Langley.
It's Luke Langley.
It's Luke fucking Langley.
Yeah.
Probably wrestled less than 10 matches.
Yeah.
But when he shows up,
he fucking shows up.
yeah.
But that is the only reason he isn't higher up on this list is the limited amount of showings that he's had in the state.
Yep. But I will say half the matches he's had have been main events.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they have.
shout out to Luke Langley. Next on the bell worker.
Yes. Next, at number 18, we have Tyler Midas.
Tyler Midas. So somebody who hasn't really had too much success or whatever, but it's hard to not consider him.
No.
Because he despite everybody being kind of against him, he has carved out his own little space.
Yes. And I will say, like, we train with him.
Yeah.
We see the work he puts in. We see everything he's working on. And we see ideas that just are little nuggets of things that he then expands on.
Yeah. Most notably, his biggest thing for the year, he beat me.
Yeah.
He beat me in a match. It took him 3 tries.
Yep.
But then eventually he got a DQ win against me, and then he was able to pin me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Congratulations to Tyler Midas.
Next, number 19, we have Mr. Nasty.
Mr. Nasty, the constant. Oklahoma wrestling.
Dude is a riot.
Yeah.
A riot of a human being. Yes. I can't say enough nice things about that.
Still my favorite person to be in a car with. Yes, hi from you.
Dude, like, we've both ridden with Nasty. Yeah. And we should ride with Nasty again.
Yeah.
Because, you know what? I want to get Mr. Nasty on here.
Let's do it.
Let's get Mr. Nasty on an episode of BS with Tommy and Wes.
Let's fucking do it.
I'm down for that. So, number 19, Mr. Nasty. Number 20, we got the other half of Iron Mountain, Diamond Duke.
A little bit lower on this list just because his partner currently is singles champion. But Diamond Duke in his own right,
Yes.
still a phenomenal performer.
Yes. At number 21, we have the husband of Skylar Slice, the Frolicious one, Nathan Estrada.
Not as active this year. Don't want it to be, but when he was active, he found success.
Fucking great stuff.
Won the core championship for about 5 minutes.
Yep.
Recently debuted for This is wrestling.
Yes.
Taking on stiff competition. Debuted against Luke Langley. That's a hell of a debut.
Hell of it.
And now he's becoming a more predominant member of the roster.
Yeah.
So shout out to Nathan Estrada.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're in the last view of our top 25.
Fighting your nails hits. I'm wondering if we're gonna call your name.
I'm ready to kind of get through our honorable mentions because I also have a few questions for you, Tommy.
Okay, Daddy, I've got a shirt in the back that says "I'd rather not" just for this.
Oh man.
Well, we'll get to that.
Here we go. So after number 21, Nathan Estrada, we have 22, Eddie Levon.
Eddie Levon.
Now Eddie's fucking great. He's super entertaining.
Eddie does everything.
He does everything.
He does everything. He does swantons and everything.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
Fallaway slams and everything.
And everything.
Yeah. Next, at number 23, we have Logan Knight. Again, someone who probably could have been higher on this list.
Probably in terms of just like of how much of a presence he's built for himself.
Yeah.
Kind of unexpectedly too.
Yes.
You know. So shout out to Logan Knight.
Shout out to Logan Knight. At number 24, we have Stormy Renee.
Stormy Renee. If I remember correctly, I'm not sure if I do, but I think she started the year off by winning or by being core women's champion. I believe she lost to Skylar, but I think she walked into the year as the core women's champion. But she's also the tag team partner to who was just right before her,
Logan Knight. Yeah.
So definitely carving out her own little space. Shout out to Stormy Renee, one of the best women performers around.
I remember seeing Stormy for the first time a few years ago, and she immediately caught my eye.
I want to give another shout out to another woman who should be on this list who isn't. That is Erica. Yeah, I don't know how you and I did not think of her when we were going through this list.
Erica took, I think, some significant time off, but since she has come back, she is fucking killing it.
Again, when we're talking bell-to-bell performers, she's top 5.
Yes.
100%. She's right up there with the best of the dudes.
1,000.
So, shout out to Erica.
However, at our number 25,
this is the RBU. This is if you're listening to the podcast.
For the top 25, at number 25, we have Drake Gallows.
Uncle Drake.
Uncle Drake.
That's Uncle Drake. I are Uncle Drake. One of those consistent, like one of the most, definitely has like one of the most, just overall, constantly just active.
Yes. You know, I have a really funny story about Drake.
You wrestled Drake.
I've wrestled Drake
This year,
a few times.
You wrestled this year as well.
Yeah.
Drake went to the finals at the TIW championship tournament.
Yes.
3 matches in one day. Only fell short to you in a really good match.
I can't say more. I can't say more nice things about Drake than I already have. I have publicly gone out and praised Drake every time we work.
I'm so terrified that was a UFO for a second.
What, terrified?
I don't know why I did.
You know what? Just because you mention a UFO, if aliens come down and you have to pick someone to meet with them and explain Earth, who are you picking?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
All right. We need to get Keanu Reeves to meet aliens now, sir.
Anyways, shout out to Drake Gallows.
Drake Gallows. I do have a really funny story about Drake Gallows. It was the very first time I ever wrestled him. A young Wesley Crane, not yet Wesley Crane. This was when I was going by something different. And I was wrestling Drake in a WFC match, and he put me in a surfboard stretch. The problem with that is I've never had a super flexible spine. And so he puts me in this fucking surfboard stretch, and I just remember going, I don't been like that. And he goes, just breathe, Bubba. You'll be all right.
Breathe, Bubba.
Then proceeds to grab me by my chin and wrench it back further.
Oh, man, that's so funny. I love Drake so much, dude.
I've wrestled Drake in several instances, whether it be in a situation like that. I wrestled him in a beat the clock match when I was WFC tag team champion with Kai Faden as Wesley Crane. I've wrestled him in a tag team scenario with him and Sam. Every time I step in the ring with Drake, it's a blast.
And Drake owes me one more match because we're currently 1-1.
Oh,
What the fuck?
you know what? Maybe Drake should call up his buddy Sam, and you and I can walk in against Drake and Sam.
Yeah.
Finally settle this fucking thing once and for all.
Club and T versus some S&D.
Let's go.
Let's go. We do it.
Glazy all over the place.
I'll glaze Sam so hard.
Couple honorable mentions we want to shout out. These are people that didn't quite make our top 25, but we're very, very close.
People that could definitely be some of this criteria.
For sure. Starting off with Tino Valentino.
Of course.
Oh, man. Tino's fucking awesome.
Tino's only downside on this list is terms that he's wanted everywhere, so he can't be here enough.
Exactly. Next up, Titan Yin.
Still young.
Still very young.
He's young, but he's carving out his space.
Yes.
I think he's only won one match in Oklahoma, though. Yeah, that was mainly the thing.
Which, I mean, speaking of one match in Oklahoma, Barrett Brown.
How can he not?
How can he not? No. Next, Dan Weber.
Dan Weber, constant
work.
Yeah.
And I would say that he is improving. More and more. Every time he's out there, he is improving. I love it. Next, we have Colt Kilbane.
Colt Kilbane, a guy who's had some beef with Oklahoma, so hasn't been wrestling here as often, but recently made a return to UWE and was the UWE champion.
Yeah.
Quite some time. Yeah, so definitely wanted to give a shot to him, but he's definitely building his own little corner in Arkansas as well.
Yes, he is.
Shout out to Colt Kilbane.
So that is our top 25, as well as a few honorable mentions. If you weren't on this list, work harder.
Do better. I mean, this isn't necessarily saying if you're not on this list that you suck. There are some people who weren't on this list, like we said. Seth.
Yeah.
We love Seth.
Yep.
I actually think Trench Blythe.
Yes.
Is a good worker.
Yep.
Just, needs to kind of stand out a little bit more.
We were talking about Trench earlier.
Work, He's a surpriser. Like, Alex World said it. He had a triple threat match with Trench Riker, and Trench really helped make that match what it was.
Yeah.
So, and I've wrestled Trench too.
Yeah.
Standout guy. Never had an issue with him. Never, So yeah. But there's a couple guys like that who weren't on this list just because, the crop in Oklahoma is probably better than some people give it credit for.
Yeah, I would say, yeah. But yeah, that is our top 25. Few honorable mentions. I can't get this off my mind.
Yeah.
I feel awful about Christmas.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I was slightly very grinchy.
Oh.
I was very grinchy, and there were a couple things that kind of aided in that. I wasn't grinchy necessarily to anyone or publicly. However, I sat in my head and was just the most angry son of a bitch that under the entire roof. My oldest is 11. He still believes in Santa Claus.
Okay.
This is ooh. If you have kids in the car right now, or if you have kids around you listening, this is your warning.
Okay.
Either get them out of the room or pause this for another time. Anthony stayed up till 4 a.m. so we couldn't do our Santa duties till he went to sleep.
Oh, man.
4 a.m. came around, and I was fuming, Tommy. I was so mad because I got to a point where I was like, I just want to fucking tell him.
Yeah.
Just so we can get this shit done. Like, I was so mad, and I was really trying not to bring anybody else's spirits down. So I just kind of secluded myself to a corner, threw on my headphones, enjoyed the 100. It was the only thing I could really do. However, Christmas Day, my mood was much better.
Good deal.
Their moods were not.
Oh, no.
It flipped completely. The kids started opening gifts, everybody got overwhelmed, and everybody turned into just horribly miserable people. And that sucks, because Christmas, in my opinion, should be filled with cheer, It should be filled with happiness. And there were, don't get me wrong, there was joy. There were happy moments. But overall, it was a nightmare of a Christmas. Which then led into us going to see Nosferatu. After Nosferatu, much better mood. I came home and everybody else was cool.
That's good.
Which allowed me to loosen up a little bit.
That's good.
So I drank.
And drank. Oh, and drank. Oh no. And got really drunk. Oh man.
If you've never tried Screwball peanut butter whiskey mixed with lemonade, specifically Milo's lemonade, it's dangerous.
Oh no.
And oh so tasty. So I enjoyed quite a bit of that, and just closed out Christmas Day on a very positive note.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that was my Christmas experience. I feel kind of bad for it, just because I feel, and this probably isn't the case. I feel like my mood Christmas Eve trickled into everybody else's mood Christmas Day.
Okay.
Probably not actually the case, but that's just how my brain's making it to me, if that makes sense.
I got you.
But how was your Christmas?
My Christmas was fine, you know? The one thing that really had me down is, so I've recently, I don't know what it is, but the past couple of years, I've become more and more of a Christmas person.
Okay.
I didn't really care too much for Christmas until, like, I want to say the last couple of years.
Are you the guy fucking throwing lights up and wearing ugly Christmas sweaters yet?
No.
No.
I'm not throwing lights up around the house. I'm not wearing the Christmas sweaters. I'm not eating Christmas food.
Give it like 5 more years.
Yeah. But I was very, very, very depressed because I did not put my Christmas tree up until a week before Christmas. And I usually always put my Christmas tree up before Halloween.
Okay.
As we put it up and then we decorate it like Halloween.
Okay. See, it's kind of
Into Christmas stuff. Yeah. The Christmas tree did not get put up. And I don't know what it was, what the deal was, but it made me very, very, very depressed. And then one day I just said, fuck it. And I put it up by myself. Nobody else around. I put it up by myself. I plugged it in and then the lights did not work. So this preceded myself to go to Walmart to buy Christmas lights. And then I say accidentally, like I didn't do it, spend $100 on stockings, stocking stuffers, Christmas lights, Christmas ornaments. Forget the hooks. Oh man. So we didn't even put the ornaments on. We never put the tree topper on the tree this year. I put some lights on that were okay. So I was actually very, very depressed. But once Christmas Day came, I couldn't help it. My oldest one was not there with me on that day. He was in Missouri with his mother. But watching little Slater open up his Christmas presents really, really made me happy. Spending the morning with my fiance's family made me really happy. I was in a pretty good mood throughout the day.
Good. That makes me happy to hear. I will say, like, this year, Christmas did not feel like Christmas.
Right.
Maybe it's because it was fucking 70 degrees outside.
but it didn't feel like Christmas to me. I'm making it a point. I'm making it a mission of mine for Christmas to feel like Christmas again next year.
Okay.
If I have to cause like fucking polar ice caps to melt, if I have to hire Mr. Freeze to freeze the entire city, I don't care. If we like there's a hill over there by where we are, over by Bass Pro.
Okay.
That I looked at and was like, that would be a phenomenal sledding hill.
I've only ever gone sledding once. And it was actually like where I went to like high school at my freshman year. I played football for Rogers and they had this very, very steep, like 60-foot hill.
We need to rectify this.
Yeah. I cut my hand open that day too. That's the main thing I remember. But that was a lot of fun.
We're going to go sledding.
So yeah, next time it snows, we're going sledding.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm making it a mission the latter part of next year or this year, 2025, making it a mission. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas will feel like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. There will be holiday cheer. There will be lots of scares and booze for Halloween, lots of scary stuff. Thanksgiving. We're all gonna fucking sit down. I'm gonna cook a goddamn meal, and everybody's gonna be fucking happy.
All right.
You know what you are happy about?
Asking you questions.
I was gonna say winning the dodgeball game, but go ahead.
I did win the dodgeball game.
They win the dodgeball game real fast. They kept the lead for the whole time until one, in particular, Facebook post was made.
Yes.
And nobody fucking has seen Chronicle. Nobody knew who Andrew was, and they thought you're big ass green ass target. Listen, you're gonna stop a telekinetic maniac.
In all logistics of this dodgeball game, my entire team would be fucking dead. Andrew would wipe out everyone. If you haven't seen Chronicle, this is your homework. Go watch Chronicle. It is a found footage style film. It's phenomenal.
Well, you know what?
I won.
You won. Everybody, you won by like a lot.
Too. I won by 4 votes.
You were up by like 7 at one point.
I won by 4 votes.
Okay.
And I made sure to calculate that up today. I remembered where we were once we left WFC. After that, everything was done off of that post.
Okay.
I won by 4 votes.
So this means that we got to get a bunch of dodgeballs.
Yep.
You and Anthony Wild, if we can ever get a hold of him.
I have to get a hold of him.
Will be pelting me with dodgeballs. It will be recorded, and I think it should go up.
It will.
On our brand new membership tiers.
You think it should go up on the membership?
I think it should go up on the membership tiers.
Okay. You hear it. You heard it here, guys. There will be footage of me and Anthony Wild. I don't care if I have to put a fucking sack over his head, drag him to wherever we're going to do this at, and we're just going to fucking lay waste to you with dodgeballs. And that will be uploaded to the BS Brigade on our website. So make sure to join. You join for as low as $4.99 a month. It goes all the way up to the black tier where you're getting a ton of exclusive stuff there. It's all great weekly content. There's already some members only posts up. So go check that out. That's where the video for the dodgeball massacre will be posted.
Yep. I think before we wrap this up, I know you've been waiting, and I've been putting a stop to you this whole time.
Oh man.
But before we wrap this up, you've got some questions.
I do.
And I have to have some answers.
Oh, buddy. Buddy, I'm foaming at the mouth.
I was supposed to be wearing my new shirt for this too, and I forgot to put it on. It's in the back seat right now. It's a shirt with Stitch on it that just says, "I'd rather not," because I know you got some would you rather's.
You know what? I don't know that I have any would you rather's. I know, right? But I do have some very interesting questions.
All right, well, let's do it.
Let's start off with something that I feel like we could probably talk about all day.
Okay.
However, I want to know what you believe is the hardest thing to do casually. Like, fuck. You think fucking is hard to do casually?
Yep.
Well, I would probably say yes. Like, as an almost 30-year-old man, yeah. Casual fucking, probably hard.
Before I was a taken man,
Uh-huh.
I was a bit of a whore. I was a bit of a whore. I was fucking anything that moved. And it led to a lot of crazy things. One time it led to a gun being pulled on me.
That's fucking crazy.
I'll tell that story one day for the memberships.
You know what? I'm going to tell this story right now.
Do it.
You're not going to hear it unless you're subscribed.
Yeah.
And you get the uncensored versions. Yes, of these episode. Yeah. So for everyone subscribed, this is the end of this for you.
Yeah.
Until the next question. Yep.
What a fucking story that was.
Good conversation. You missed a good story.
Ow. So make sure you subscribe to the green tier to at least get uncensored episodes.
Yeah. Green tier, only $4.99 a month. Go subscribe and you'll be able to hear that. It's insane.
With everything that I just told you that some of these listeners don't know, that's why it's hard to fuck casually.
Yep. Well, you know what? I bet you in that moment, this is this next question would be something you would have taken up in a heartbeat.
Okay.
And that is, if you could live anyone's life with anyone's body, who would it be?
Ooh. Anyone's life, anyone's body.
Yeah.
Just become that person.
You basically become that person with whoever's body.
Ooh, Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins, like
So-
you're living his
so-
life or you want his body?
Oh, both.
Both?
Both. There's not a lot of like dream bodies. Like, I don't know. Like, I have this weird thing of like, what's the perfect male body?
Sure.
And for a while, it was like John Morrison.
Yeah.
And I still think it is John Morrison.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Seth Rollins, he's just got the better life, I think. He's literally, when I watch wrestling, he wrestles how I would like to wrestle on TV. You know, it's more so of like, he's got a great life that I wouldn't mind having. He has a school where he gets to teach, which we've talked about is what I want to do.
Yeah.
He's on national television consistently.
Yep.
Main event guy, doing main event things. He's also got Becky Lynch.
That is true. That is
You know
true. I can't fault you
I
there.
don't know what it is, man. Obviously, I could pick somebody else that has more money, you know, like the fucking Chris Evans.
Sure.
But I don't know, man. Just something that lets me do what I already love doing, just at the top, the highest level.
I can't complain about that choice at all. Right? Like, solid choice. All right. We're going to get a little more risque.
Let's do it, sweet cheeks.
You got a one-time pass to do whatever you want. What crime are you going to commit?
I'm going to gun to his head, force Elon Musk to transfer all of his money to me. That's a boring answer. That's such a boring answer.
You could do a lot of good with that money.
Yeah.
Buy a lot of other shit with that.
I want to become the richest man. I will be the richest one.
I want to be the richest one.
And then I'm going to take over his Twitter without anybody knowing. And just post so many Democratic things.
I'm here for it. That's hilarious. All right, here we go. If someone texted you a picture of your dick with no context, do you think you would know it was yours?
Yes, I've got scars.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, it depends on the angle.
Deathmatch penis over here.
On the right side, upper right side, there's a birthmark. On the bottom, there's some scar tissue. So I don't know. If you take it from that like left side angle, it might be a little hard to tell, but I feel confident that I could know. I've got a fat tit. It's hard to miss.
Wait,
Next question.
wait, hold on. So you're telling me your dick looks like Deadpool without his mask?
Yes.
Looks like somebody face fucked the topographical map as Utah.
Oh my god.
Stance.
Oh my god. All right. Well, moving on. Who's one cartoon character you would bang?
Oh. Yeah. There's hold on. Let me pull out the list here. There's a few. Oh. What the fuck? Vegeta's wife.
Bulma?
Bulma. Okay. Yeah. Give me Karma.
See, I would definitely try to go for Chi-Chi.
Okay.
However, digging into my nostalgia bag,
Lola Bunny.
no, Shigo from Kim Possible.
Okay.
Just the right amount of aggression.
Yeah.
Shigo is my go-to.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. This is gonna make you want to brush your teeth.
Okay.
You have to pick one food for me to chew up and spit in your mouth. What food are you choosing?
Listen. There's only one right answer.
Okay.
Oh.
I swear to God, if you say anything from Taco Bell.
Oh no. It's gonna be the sweet, glorious glazed up cinnamon roll. Let's go. Speaking of cinnamon rolls, get the new cinnamon roll glazed me t-shirt, which right now
I'm currently wearing.
Parabellum shop right now.
I'm currently wearing.
wearing it.
Yeah.
Go to the Parabellum store, link in our bios right now. It's your cinnamon roll t-shirt.
It's fucking awesome right now. It's fucking awesome. All right, here we go. Last question.
Last questions before we wrap things up.
If your fiance had to wear a mascot head during sex for the rest of your life, what mascot head are you gonna choose for her to wear?
Fuck. Shit. Tony the Tiger.
The requirement, though, or the finish? That was. Panicked. So she's gonna hear this and be like, "What the fuck, guys?"
Man, she's not gonna touch me for a month.
She's gonna come after me for that one.
Yeah, probably. All right, well, let's get things wrapped up.
All right.
We've gone longer. This is a longer one than usual. Yeah. This is only the second time we're probably going over an hour. So, Wesley Crane, where can the people find you?
Well, January 11th, I'll be at Wrestle Rave, King of the Mountain at the Houston Premier Arena in Houston, Texas. January 25th, I'll be at Loco Pro Wrestling, No Rings, No Masters 3 at the White Swan in Houston, Texas. February 2nd, I'll be at Baracho Pro for Blood, Sweat, and Beers 2 at Pinballs in Austin, Texas. And always, you can subscribe and follow me on all social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at I Am Wesley Crane. Of course, check out the classic collection on my website that includes every apparel design I've ever released over the course of my career. Check out the winter collection that features all new designs and items including t-shirts, hoodies, whiskey glasses, beanies, and more. And that, guys, that's only available until January 14th. There will be items leaving January 14th. So go find that at www.iamwesleycrane.com. Check out the new Parabellum cinnamon roll tee and or hoodie and get glazed. Link in the description of this episode. And of course, don't forget to follow BS with Tommy and Wes on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcasting fix. Sign up for the BS Brigade and enjoy exclusive weekly bullshittery. Tommy, where can they find you?
You can find me at the TommyDean32 on X and Instagram. You can find me at Tommy Dean Pro on TikTok. Out of This World Tommy Dean on Facebook. You can get official Tommy Dean merchandise at www.theTommyDeanShop.BigCartel.com. I'll be at WSC this Saturday in a Hometown Heroes Championship match against Riker and Riley Guerin, where me and Riker are not allowed to hit Riley with our own respective finishers. So make sure you're there. Make sure you tune in next week to BS and Tommy and Wes, where Wesley and I will talk a little bit about some of our New Year's resolutions.
Hell, holy shit!
Yeah.
McDonald's has curly fries?
What?
That's some bullshit.
That's some bullshit.